captivity is not a path to enlightenment. Dear Child by Romy Hausmann. Spoiler discussion. Well, let's get into it. What do you need to be free? If you had more money, never had to go to work, no rules to follow, and every single day was yours to decide, would you feel more liberated, more free? Would you? I thought so too. And then this book handed me a woman who has nothing at all, no money, no say over her own time, not even a window to see the daylight. And she is more free than the most famous celebrities out there who have everything. What is freedom? For me, that is what this story is all about. Not the kidnapping and not the man who played God. It is a simple question, hiding inside the thriller. Who in the story is actually free? So let's look at them, one by one, because every single person in this book gives a different answer. One of them holds all the keys and is the most trapped of all. One of them loses everything and gets freedom in return. And one of them walks out of a locked cabin and quietly builds a new one all by herself. So, Lars has everything that is supposed to mean control. The keys, the locks, the schedule, and 3 human beings who eat and sleep and breathe when he says so. I mean, he even gets to decide who lives and who dies. On paper, he's the most powerful person in the whole story. Yet, he is the most trapped one. Because think about what running that cabin actually means. Even a god has a schedule. He has to buy the groceries and bring them at the right time. He has to be alert every second, because down there, one mistake and everything falls apart. He still has to go to work though. He can't even afford to get sick, because there are 3 people depend on him to simply stay alive. He built a prison, and then he locked himself in it. That is not freedom. Now meet Lena. Before the cabin, she had what we all technically do. She came and went as she pleased, decided what to do, who to be, plus her whole life was wide open in front of her. Yet, she was drowning, lost in her own life. She had trouble with drugs, money slipping through her fingers, relationships that went nowhere, exams that she was failing. All that open space, and she could not find herself anywhere in it. Then she is taken. Everything we just called freedom is gone. No daylight, no doctor, no say over a single hour of her day. And somewhere down in that dark, she finds the one room nobody thought to lock. Her own head. For the first time, nobody is steering her. Nobody is watching the inside. And she realizes that she is more free in that cabin than she ever was out here, walking around with all the choices in the world. So, does this mean that if we get kidnapped or lock ourselves up willingly, we will all discover freedom and finally be happy? Not quite. And Jasmine is the one who shows us that. She was in the shoes of Lena, and she understands her maybe better than anyone else. Except, unlike Lena, Jasmine survives. She walks out, and the whole world she used to dream about is just sitting there waiting. Her own apartment with windows, with a door that opens from the inside, and she still cannot live in it. She bolts herself in, pulls the blinds down, and quietly rebuilds the cabin around her. She hears his steps on a staircase that is empty. She lies awake at night, waiting for a man she thinks is dead. And here is the worst part. She knows he's gone, and he still owns every night she has left. She got out of the cabin never got out of her. So what are we left with? Lena had nothing and found her freedom. Jasmine had everything handed back and lost it. Same walls, same dark, and two completely different people with different outcomes. And to be very clear, I'm not romanticizing any of this. What happened in this book is monstrous. Captivity is not a path to enlightenment, and nobody should have ever find themselves in this situation. It is horrible. But what we are left with is this. Freedom was never out there in the money, or the time, or the even open doors. It was always inside us. And the truly unsettling part is that knowing this changes almost nothing. Because no one of us actually knows how to reach freedom, or even what freedom really is. We are all living in our own cabins.